I'm about to take you on a culinary trip around the world without even leaving the United States. I'll reveal some of the many foods we know and love that sound like they're from other countries, but actually have their origins in the U.S. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Gary Hondel. Now here's something interesting. Let's start our trip in Germany and focus on one of their most popular dessert exports to America, German chocolate cake. I'm kidding. Actually, German chocolate cake has absolutely nothing to do with Germany. It was named for the man who developed the dark chocolate in 1852 that goes into making it, Samuel German. He immigrated to America from Great Britain. Do you like French toast? Well, there's another case where an apostrophe after the creator's name would have been helpful. This origin is less clear than German chocolate cake, but it's believed that the crispy bread-based breakfast we know was developed in England in the 1600s. You're probably saying to yourself, doesn't that make French toast English then? In a way, but I doubt very much the English would have named anything after the French. They didn't get along too well. There have been many different versions of it over the years, but it was in 1852 that an Albany, New York innkeeper named Joseph French developed his own style of the breakfast and named it after himself, French toast. Speaking of French, the French dip sandwich was actually a Los Angeles, California invention. However, two restaurants there lay claim to it, one saying it was introduced in 1908 and the other claiming 1918. Either way, it's American. Another popular California invention is the fortune cookie. It's a dessert usually attributed to the Chinese, but it was most likely created by a Japanese immigrant who designed the Japanese Tea Garden in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. That's also where the cookie was first presented. The cookies contain thank you notes to city officials in appreciation for giving the designer the job. If you go to Switzerland, you'll certainly be able to go to a restaurant and order steak, but try and order Swiss steak and they'll probably think you mean beef from cows that are raised in Switzerland. The Swiss steak Americans know of is named for a process called Swissing, where the meat is hammered several times to make it more tender. However, maybe you prefer broiled, marinated beef that's cut across the grain into thin strips. That's called London broil. And even though it's named for the city in England, don't go there asking for it. They won't have any idea what you're talking about. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Here's Something Interesting. I'm Gary Hondel. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.